Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Pharmacy Iconer. Today's topics of discussion is the Reynolds number and its significance. Last class we have completed the fluid statics. Today we will start the fluid dynamics. Fluid dynamics. Fluid dynamics. What is fluid dynamics? I have told you. Fluid dynamics is a branch of fluid mechanics which deals with the fluid which is in motion. That means when fluid is flowing. Now, our topic is the Reynolds number. You know, when fluid is flowing through a pipe, what will be its characteristics, what will be its nature, what will be the effect of diameter, effect of density, effect of viscosity. So to investigate all these characteristics, Osborne Reynolds performed an experiment that is called the Reynolds experiment. That is called the Reynolds experiment. Reynolds experiment. Now, at first we will see what is the laboratory setup for the Reynolds experiment. So, at first we will go to the laboratory, see the setup, then we will discuss its observation and the conclusion. This is the setup, laboratory setup of Reynolds experiment. See, in our setup there is a box or container for the water. This chamber contains a pipe, transparent pipe. It may be made up of glass or transparent plastic. So, at the end of the plastic pipe, there is a stopcock to regulate the flow of the water. Now, the other side of this box is a color chamber. It contains the color solution. There is also a stopcock which regulates the flow of the color solution. This pipe goes through the chamber and ends with a nozzle at the beginning of the pipe. So, if we release the color solution, it will come out from the nozzle at the beginning of this pipe. Now, what happens? This is the water level of this chamber. Now, what is the procedure? At first we will fill the water up to a level, and this level must be maintained, otherwise the pressure will be different. Suppose this level will be at this point. Now, with the release of the stopcock, there will be the flow of the liquid, flow of the water. Now, at the same time we will release the color solution. When the water will flow, at the same time the color will flow. Now, we will see what type of flow is there. If color flow is flowing as a layer, this is the one condition. If the color flow is mixing with the layers, this is the other condition. Normally, there are two types of flow, laminar flow and the turbulent flow. When water or color solution passes through a streamline or a layer of the color solution, then it is called the streamline flow. If we increase the velocity of the water by releasing this stopcock. So there then we will see the color solution mix with the whole liquid. That means it is the turbulent flow. Now here we will collect the water. From that we can calculate the average velocity. This is the setup of the Reynolds experiment. Now we will go to the green board to discuss the observation of the Reynolds. This is the pictorial view of the Reynolds experiment. Now we will discuss about the observation. In the low velocity of the flow of fluid, what will happen? The color solution will pass as a layer throughout the pipe. That means it will not mix with the adjacent layer. This type of flow is called the laminar flow, or viscous flow. It is also called the streamline flow. Now if we increase the velocity of the fluid, then what will happen? At first it will move certain range like a straight line, then it will be the wavy. This is the mixture of laminar flow and the turbulent flow. Now again if you increase the velocity, the colored solution will be the wavy from the beginning. That means all layers will mix each other. That is called the turbulent flow. So what is laminar flow? Laminar flow is a type of flow where the layer or layers is not mixing with the other layers. Every particle move through a straight line. The Reynolds number will be, in case of the laminar flow, Reynolds number will be less than 2000. In case of and what is the turbulent flow? This is the type of flow where all the particles, all the layers will mix together when they are flowing. Here Reynolds number is more than 4000. So what will be the Reynolds number? We will discuss. This was the observation of the Reynolds experiment. Reynolds also observed that the Reynolds number Re, he termed as the Reynolds number, is equal to inertial forces divided by viscous forces. Reynolds found that Reynolds number, what he was termed, is a ratio of inertial forces to the viscous forces. He also correlate some factors like diameter of the pipe, average velocity, density of the liquid and the viscosity of the liquid. He found that Reynolds number is directly proportional to the diameter of the pipe, average velocity and density of the fluid, and inversely proportional to the viscosity of the fluid. Now, what is Reynolds number? Reynolds number is the number, it is a ratio of inertial forces to the viscous forces. It is a unitless number or dimensionless group, and it is directly proportional to the diameter of the pipe, average velocity u and density of the fluid, and inversely proportional to the viscosity of the fluid. Now, how it is the dimensional less group? D, diameter of the pipe, it is a centimeter. U, average velocity is the centimeter per second. Rho is the G by centimeter cube, and viscosity is equal to G by centimeter second. Now you put all the dimensional like that. D centimeter, U centimeter per second, centimeter divided second, rho G by centimeter cube, eta centimeter second G, it will be up. So centimeter second divided by G. Now you see centimeter, cube centimeter, it will cancel, G and G will cancel, and second will cancel. So it is a dimensionless group. Dimensionless group. In another way, you can find it is a dimensional equation. Centimeter length, centimeter per second length by time, gram per centimeter cube into mass divided by length cube into centimeter length into second time divided by G is the M. Now see L cube, it will be cancelled, T and T will cancel, M and M will be cancelled. So in this way you can also prove the Reynolds number is a dimensionless group. Now we will draw a diagram, velocity distribution curve. Velocity distribution curve. It is like that. It is the wall of the pipe, and x-axis is the local velocity, it is the relative distance from the center. This is the center. Now in case of the viscous flow, you will see this type of curve. And in case of the turbulent flow, you will see that this type of curve. This is the viscous flow. Viscous flow. This is the turbulent flow. Here you see at the wall of the pipe velocity is 0, then it is increases, and at the center it is the maximum. At the center it is the maximum, and it will give this type of curve. In case the turbulent flow, it will give this type of curve. This is the velocity distribution curve. Next is the significance of Reynolds number. Significance of Reynolds number, RE. Number one, with the help of the Reynolds number, we can determine the type of flow, whether it is the viscous or the turbulent. Number two, so for study of the sedimentation rate of the suspension, we can use the Reynolds number with the Stokes law. Number three, the amount of heat flows from the fluid, it is depend on the nature of the flow. So there also Reynolds number is possible in case of the heat transfer. So these are the significance. This is all about for the Reynolds number and its significance. Thank you for watching. Thank you.